Oh, off-brand Mountain Dew chat.
And ooh.
Hey chat, how are you? Sighs like it's the end of the Star Wars cinematic universe. So, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu is a movie I watched. Let's start with the TV show. I barely trudged through season 1. Ironic, since all Mando does is trudge around various sand-based planets. Has a Star Wars character ever walked slower? Seriously, he walks like RoboCop. After season 1, I gave up. Allegedly, it went 3 seasons. That's fine. Sigh. So the movie, the plot, he goes over there, and then he has to go over here. And then something changes, so he has to go back over there. And that pretty much is the summarization. Grogu, the green guy. Do we really believe this green little shit can kick all this ass and go on all these space adventures? Because I don't. The Mandalorian costume, just always wearing a mask / helmet. I hate masks / helmets in movies. Because you know their voice is recorded afterwards in a studio in Pacoima, so their acting isn't in the moment, isn't on wax, as they say, on the film when it's being made. And plus, Mandalorian, the movie, the TV show, I never believe it's Pedro Pascal in there. I need to see your mouth. I need to see your eyes. Because as they say, eyes are the window to the soul. Whenever Spider-Man has his mask on, it's all CGI. That's why he be so rubbery. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I am an anti-masker. So there's a snow planet and a couple AT-ATs in a fight, reminiscent of the battle for Hoth. Sign me up, present and accounted for. It's a cool scene, but the AT-ATs, they're cool AF looking. Giant machine dinosaurs, Dinobot looking things. But the legs, the long skinny legs, the AT-AT skip leg day. The legs are obviously the weak point. Put that head and stomach low riding on some 22-inch day ends. You'll defeat the rebellion mañana. The special effects, the practical is good. Real life sets and props. Very cool. Very meticulous detail. I liked it. Like a ship's control panel. The CGI, questionable sometimes. Crappy. Borderline ass at some points. There's lots of fighting water monsters. And you're like, this is not working for me. The cast. Jeremy Allen White, a.k.a. The Bear, casted as Rota the Hutt. Because, why? Speaking of Rota the Hutt, he's buff. He's yoked out. Rota comes from a family with a history of obesity. It's like the 1,000-pound sisters had a hot brother. The pecs on Rota be poppin'. But Rota is also a thinking man's Hutt. Hutt. He's contemplative, pontificating, saying things like, life is hard, but we're doing what we can. Wow. Deep, man. Really deep. He also has daddy issues, a Hutt with daddy issues. Daddy had high expectations. It's hard living in the shadow of Jabba. Oh, you poor, poor thing. 76-year-old Sigourney Weaver, looking great. Spoiler alert, Sigourney dons the orange jumpsuit with the strap-around white vest thing and the orange tint goggles, flying an X-Wing fighter. It's the coolest thing in the movie. Slay Queen. Slow down, son. You killing them. Who filling them with octane? Got them gassed up. About to get blasted up. Another X-Wing pilot. An older Asian gentleman. Tubby. Perhaps a bit out of shape. Rocking the all-white beard. I've never felt so seen. Hi, it me. Directed by Jon Favreau. How far you've fallen, John, from Iron Man 1 and Swingers and Zathura. By the way, this movie has 3 writers attached to it. Not a good sign. Martin Scorsese has a small role as the voice for a character, creature thing because why? Why? You flew him to a studio in Pacoima so he could record a couple lines. Get him on the set. Course correct this crap fest. But then again, even Martin has lost it to Pedro Pascal as the Mando. You the Mando. An hour and 16 minutes in, the mask finally comes off. Holy Toledo, Pedro. Where you been? Nice of you to show up fashionably late. Underneath his armor, he's wearing his Protect the Dolls t-shirt. I've always been suspicious of Pedro in that suit. Like, ain't no way this is Pedro on the show and the movie when the helmet is on. He's a busy man. Perhaps it takes 45 minutes to put the suit on, and our precious Pedro shouldn't suffer because playing make-believe is too important. Or Pedro had a wild night at the club last night. He's sleeping one off and he's like, just put someone else in the suit today. Why would it be him in that dang suit? Well, you know what? It ain't. Brendan Wayne, grandson to John Wayne, Nepo baby, serves as the primary on-set suit performer for the Mando, portraying the character for the vast majority of physical scenes, including those interacting with Grogu. So that green little shit, that Timu gremlin gizmo rubbery mofo, he's not even acting with Pedro Pascal. Okay? Can we believe in nothing anymore? Pedro Pascal provides the voice, unmasked close-ups, and performs when out of armor. There's also a stuntman for when Brendan Wayne, John Wayne's grandson, can't kick or punch or jump. Okay? So, Pedro is barely in the movie. I mean, acting-wise. I mean, he probably did all of his acting work, all of his lines, all of his on-film action in 72 hours. And you're like, okay. When I found this out, what are we doing here? Like, I get it, but I also don't get it. Just put Pedro in this stupid costume. Why hire Pedro? Because he's famous. Big time Hollywood stars do voices in cartoon movies. Why? Not because of their voiceover talent. It's so Tim Allen can do press junkets and the talk show circuit. Because going on Jimmy Fallon used to sell tickets. So unless you're seeing Pedro's face, that ain't Pedro. And remember, vote for Pedro and all your dreams will come true. More dumb stuff from the movie. So they go to capture Lord Coin. Yes, that's his real character name. They go to his house for a little stakeout. They hide behind some dunes and they do the thing where they peek up above the berm, and so they can get a gander of what they're about to face, the battle. Hundreds of stormtroopers everywhere. You're like, okay, there's a lot of stormtroopers at Lord Coin's mansion. Cut to the next scene. Lord Coin in his home office with a bunch of stormtroopers hanging out, planning, plotting, doing whatever. And somehow Mando shows up, and you're like, how? They didn't even show a fight to get in, a battle to get in the house, to penetrate the house. Because why? Oh, because this is dumb and nothing matters. 90 minutes in, Mando goes down. He turns the movie over to that little booger Grogu. Big mistake. Huge. With Mando hurt, Grogu builds a little dirt hut with leaves and branches to hide Mando. Hide him from what? Good writing. This is good stuff. Do yourself a favor, hit the fast forward button on your VCR so you can skip those 15 minutes. Grogu always be eaten or always being fed. Like, he's like Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11, always eating an apple. And I get it, you're an actor, that's a crutch, that's a thing. But this is moving rubber. So why? The Hutt twins, at one point, their fortress is penetrated or whatever, broken into. And it turns out that they're sleeping right next to each other on the floor. Okay. Incest, anyone? You can't afford your own bedrooms? At least your own beds. Weird. The final battle, it goes on far too long. Pew, pew, pew. Mando, which Sigourney Weaver calls him at one point, Mando. So then change the name to Mandalorian, not Mandalorian. Change the spelling. George Lucas, can we make a decision? Monster after monster, creature after creature, battle after battle. It all wears thin. Merriam-Webster defines a movie as a recording of moving images that tells a story. And that's what this is. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. I also watched Obsession. Excellent flick. The male lead is a poor man's Dave Franco. He looks like if Dave Franco and Paul Mescal had a baby. The female lead looks like Olivia Rodrigo, except with fuller, better hair. All I'm saying is that Olivia has got that thin hair syndrome. The lead gal also, before she got this part, she's been trying to be an actor for a while. She was a streamer playing video games on YouTube before she got this role and became famous, directed by Curry Barker, a YouTuber. Oh, speaking of YouTube, maybe Curry smashed that like button on the lead gal's stream. The plot. The male lead makes a wish. Holy cow, it comes true. He wants the lead gal to fall in love with him. Echoes of Tom Hanks in Big. Within the first 5 minutes, there's a dead cat. It made me think about Frankie. I didn't like that. I didn't need that. The premise, wah, a gorgeous chick is obsessed with me. Wah. At first, I was like, they didn't build it up enough to where the guy liked the girl. Like, you see, he thinks she's pretty. I mean, she's pretty. And he wants to date her or whatever. But there's not much going on there. But that was the genius of it all, because she does the complete 180, or is it 360? She goes so overboard that you're like, wow, okay, he dug her, but he wasn't madly in love with her. And now she's flipping out. She's crazy over him. So well done, Curry Barker. A few times they use low lighting or no lighting on the female lead. Quite effective. Very well done. Sometimes you just see pure silhouette or shadow, whatever. Sometimes you see a little white in her eyes. But it's very, very well filmed and directed and clever on the Timu Olivia Rodrigo there. The script, well written, sharp dialogue, no words wasted. I love this movie. I was all in, fully on board the entire time. There's some people who have a problem with the ending, and by some people I mean John Campia, a YouTuber, movie reviewer guy. What are you talking about? Excellent ending. The ending was perfect. Get the hell out of here with your opinion. Speaking of opinions and being a critic and reviewing movies, my process, my workflow is when I want to review a movie, I watch YouTubers review these movies. I spend so much time watching said reviews of these movies. I gotta watch the movie 3 times over. And then I proceed to watch said movie. And then I go back and rewatch those reviews again so I have more context. And I think, this idiot YouTuber doesn't know shit. Alrighty, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya. Fiend. If I was paging you on the dial pad, I would type I'd punch in 143, 823, 637. I'm making a heart with my hands, and it's beating like Patrick Swayze and Dirty Dancing. Ga-gung, ga-gung, ga-gung.